taking action for you. This morning on TV 20 Detroit.
What's happening in entertainment? From Tinseltown to the Big Apple, this is your weekly entertainment magazine with Greg Dunmore of PulseBeat.tv.
Pulse of a new generation. PulseBeat.tv.
Thank you for joining us on what is going to be a very spiritual edition of the National Association of Black Journalists award-winning, Emmy-nominated PulseBeat with Greg Dunmore. Now we're standing in the heart of Detroit, downtown Detroit, campus Marcius, where something history-making is happening, and that is the world's largest kinara, which is the Swahili word for candle holder. It symbolizes a celebration that is African-centered, but it is for everyone to celebrate, and that is Kwanzaa. The tenets of Kwanzaa embrace unity, togetherness, and purpose. And it is our purpose on this show to celebrate the African ideology of when we remember those who have passed, our ancestors, special blessings are bestowed. So join us as we celebrate the memory of those on this earthly journey who have made a difference. And as we enter 2025, may we be energized by their memories, as we know it will be a year of passion, purpose, and positivity.
Look inside yourself, Simba. You are more than what you have become.
There was an actor that was chosen to be remarkable with brilliant talent, the now late great James Earl Jones. He will be remembered for his regal, commanding presence and a voice like none other. And who can ever forget some very iconic roles?
For Best Actor, James Earl Jones.
Now, most white folks, of course, are behind the white hope. Brady's the redeemer of the race and so on. But you, Jack Jefferson, are you the black hope?
I'm black and I'm hoping.
Any idea, Jack, why you smile when you're fighting?
I'm a happy sort of person and it always feels good, huh? And when I'm fighting, I feels double good. So what do I want to put a face on for?
This is CNN.
Hey, what's up, brother? You a little late for the Christmas pageant.
I'm King Joffrey Joffer, ruler of Zamunda.
Yeah, well, have a seat. Chair number 2 be ready in a second.
Don't be too proud of this technological terror you've constructed. The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
For it is not light that is needed, but fire. It is not the gentle shower, but thunder. We need the storm, the whirlwind, the earthquake. The feeling of the nation must be quickened. The conscience of the nation must be roused. The propriety of the nation must be startled. The hypocrisy of the nation must be exposed, and the crimes against God and man must be proclaimed and denounced.
I'm getting the spirit in the dark.
Vocalist Cissy Houston has passed, and she is now smiling from heaven above. Noted for many reasons, Miss Cissy Houston had a lot to celebrate. She had an impressive singing career in pop and gospel music. Her daughter, Whitney, was a megastar, and her niece, Dionne Warwick, is an icon. And counted among her closest friends would have been Aretha Franklin, who she hit that unforgettable high note in the Queen of Soul's classic recording, Ain't No Way.
Oh, but how can I
As the founder of the famed background upfront girl group, The Sweet Inspirations, she made her songbird mark for many legendary artists. On a personal note, throughout the years, our paths often crossed. I always found Miss Houston to be a down-to-earth, God-centered woman who handled faith, friendship, fame, family, and friendship with graciousness and seriousness. That Gladys Knight's classic Midnight Train to Georgia was first recorded by Whitney Houston's mother, Cissy Houston, who originally named or renamed it from Midnight Plane to Houston to Midnight Train to Georgia. Now, who knew that?
Midnight Plane to Georgia. To Houston, that's what it was, right? I said, no way it's going to be that. So I changed the name to Midnight Train to Georgia. And along comes Gladys, right? And took it over.
Well, my name is Gregory. You made that name change a hit, so can you change my name so I can become a hit too?
Leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. Leaving on the midnight train.
Who knew that, as the biblical saying goes, to whom much is given, much will be required. Cissy Houston lived her life with the wisdom to know it means we are held responsible for what we have. She knew she was blessed and highly favored with talents, wealth, knowledge, time, and love. Therefore, it was expected that her gifts benefit others. And it is for that reason she was a blessing to all who knew her and were touched by her incredible life on this earthly journey. Our Jewish friends have a profound expression: may your memory be a blessing. And may this expression empower us as we know the importance of making a difference in everyone's life as we enter the year of 2025.
Addiction is an epidemic. Millions are struggling and over 100 lives are lost each day. Are you next? At Better Addiction Care, we understand the devastating impact of drug and alcohol addiction. Our network of treatment centers are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's time to fix the pieces addiction has destroyed. Our network of treatment centers offer detox, therapy, counseling, private luxurious centers, physical fitness, chef-prepared meals, aftercare, and your insurance may cover up to 100% of costs. Only you can put an end to your addiction. It's time to make the life-changing call and get the help you need. Call now, and in just minutes, you could be on your way to a drug and alcohol-free life. The call is free and confidential, and there is no obligation. Visit betteraddictioncare.com or call
855-246-6872. That's 855-246-6872.
You ready to put your podcast on iHeartRadio? Yes, your podcast on iHeartRadio. What about Alexa, Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV, Android, or iPhone? Plus live TV streaming. Get your podcast seen and heard all over the world. Call 313-868-6612. Pre-recorded shows are accepted to be archived. This is a WHPR distribution platform. Download the app from the App Store. Go to WHPRTV.com. Channels available for lease 24/7 on Roku, Fire Stick, or Apple TV. Coming soon, subscription and pay-per-view.
Also,
Block time is available. Get yours. Call 313-868-6612. That's 313-868-6612. Executive producer R.J. Watkins. Program director Henry Tyler. 107.5 FM WGPR HD2. RadioWeCanSee.com.
Travel is getting back to normal. Now is the perfect time to fly somewhere. You can save up to 75% on more than 500 airlines and 300,000 hotels. Use our free service to find the lowest prices we have. You know you're itching to go somewhere, so make this free call right now. We have all the best airline, hotel, and rental car prices all in one place. The best way to get these rock bottom prices is to call.
Happy New Year's!
Look at the camera, say
Happy New Year's!
from the world's largest canoe to the world's largest kettle. And that is because of the wonderful work that only is done by the Salvation Army. You know, we love you. We love you. And you know what? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Can you give this audience from the Salvation Army a New Year's wish?
I wish that everyone love one another and always remember, God is love.
God is love, and the Salvation Army, they speak the language of love. And the Salvation Army, for you, your greatest memory of being associated with the Salvation Army would be what special memory?
By them helping me and my children during the holidays, during times when I didn't have anything to eat. Just those are the main memories I have. Mm-hmm.
God bless the Salvation Army.
That's right.
Can you give us a little ring, because that's loving. You're ringing in the new year.
Go Lions! I gotta put that in there too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Pulse Beat.
36-year-old Earl Cureton. He was going to be playing with Magic Johnson in Tokyo with the All-Stars. Was signed a month ago.
Earl Cureton, the twirl, who we were fortunate enough to talk to him at the gala opening of One Mic. Earl Cureton was an American professional basketball player who played for the National Basketball Association, NBA, nicknamed the Twirl. He played college basketball for the Robert Morris Colonials and Detroit Mercy Titans. He was a Detroit Piston from 1983 until 1986. He was a beloved figure with a personality that constantly put smiles on everyone's face who knew him. He will be sadly missed.
Earl Cureton.
This is History Making, the opening of One Mic. So your thoughts about this History Making Gala?
Well, we're excited. Come down here to check out my man Mike Epps. He's been entertaining us for years. To have him in Detroit to open his club right here, and we're here to have the experience tonight for the grand opening. And so far, so good. Waiting to go down and watch the show. We had to wait a little while for dinner to be served, but we got that now, and it seemed like the food's pretty good, and check everything out, and we're going to be coming back to visit.
And you may be too young to know these hot spots, but there was a day when Detroit was defined by Henry's Cocktail Lounge, by the Elmwood Casino, which was actually in Canada. But we also had Mozambique's Watch Mozambique before the strippers, and it was always first-class entertainment. So is this a throwback to those golden days of Detroit when nightclubs were hot?
You can say that. I know about all those clubs. I know about the Elmwood Casino. I was in high school when that was out, so I know about all those spots. So we had those places to go to, entertainment, and Detroit's coming back in a big way, especially the downtown area. And, to have Mike Epps open up a spot here, it's going to be off the chain.
Fantastic. Well, we look forward to seeing people come and visit this club dressed like you, looking like a model that stepped out of a magazine.
It's the 20s, right?
Yeah.
It's the 20s.
Can I get your 10-cent comment on your lovely Pistons?
Oh, my God. The struggle right now. Hey, we struggle, and this town, I know we still get the support. They supported the Lions for over a half a century of losing, and now they're winning a championship right now. Then we got some down seasons, so you go up and down. We did bring a few championships, like 3 championships to this town. So it's not like, people forgot about that. And I think things are going to turn around for us, and be patient like you were for the Lions, and we're going to make it happen again.
Earl the Twirl. We now know he's smiling from that big court in heaven above. He shall be always remembered as a Detroit great. If you like what we're doing, please tell a friend, or if you want to see what we've done again, go to PULSEBEATGlobal.com. That's PULSEBEATGlobal.com. You can also go to our Pulse Beat TV YouTube channel, and you can revisit what we're doing. And once again, you can tell everybody that we're doing something that is so exciting that they wouldn't want to miss it. Remember PulseBeatGlobal.com or the YouTube channel Pulse Beat TV.
You ready to put your podcast on iHeartRadio? Yes, your podcast on iHeartRadio. What about Alexa, Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV, Android, or iPhone? Plus live TV streaming. Get your podcast seen and heard all over the world. Call 313-868-6612. Pre-recorded shows are accepted to be archived. This is a WHPR distribution platform. Download the app from the App Store. Go to WHPRTV.com. Channels available for lease 24/7 on Roku, Fire Stick, or Apple TV. Coming soon, subscription and pay-per-view.
Also,
Block time is available. Get yours. Call 313-868-6612. That's 313-868-6612. Executive producer R.J. Watkins. Program director Henry Tyler. 107.5 FM WGPR HD2. RadioWeCanSee.com.
Pulse beat.
Am I dead?
No, we're still alive!
This is incredible.
Adios to the man from Ipanema, internationally acclaimed band leader, pianist, composer, arranger, songwriter Sergio Mendes has passed. No Star symbolizes the smooth, sophisticated samba soul sounds of Brazil more than the legendary musician Sergio Mendes. His introduction to global acclaim was via his infectious musical ensemble, Sergio Mendes in Brazil '66.
Olha que coisa mais linda, mais cheia de graça. É ela, menina que vem e que passa num doce balanço a caminho do mar.
They define an era of chart-topping music that helped to put Brazilian rhythms with pop sensibilities in a classy and timeless space. Hopefully, younger audiences will discover his genius and be influenced by Mr. Mendes, who will always merit admiration and respect.
I got buckets of soul when I rock the flow, and I'm chilling with my man on the piano. His name is Sergio, and he rocking the sound. We on the radio, and he throwing it down. Come on now, here we go. He funky fresh with his hands. My man Ashman, let's be the melody man. Check it.
Tito Jackson, an original member of the legendary Jackson 5, has passed. Toriano Adero Tito Jackson was the second oldest of the Jackson brothers who captivated the world with their sweet soulful snap, crackle, and pop songs. He played the guitar, harmonized, and danced in a group that would break records and hearts as the most noted boy band of African Americans in the history of popular music, and perhaps the biggest of all times. As a teen idol, Tito was the quiet heartthrob who reminded both teenage girls and boys it's not always what you say, but what you do that makes you pop.
Let's lead the way to a brighter day, where everyone gives love and affection. 'Cause I don't understand. Why don't we love one another? Why don't we trust one another? If only love one another now. Love one another now. You make me happy.
The beloved musical band Maze featuring Frankie Beverly wrapped their sexy, smooth, feel-good vibe around such hits as Happy Feelings, Golden Time of the Day, Joy and Pain, Before I Let You Go, We Are One, and Can't Get Over You.
I know I bought it on myself. I owe no blame to no one else. Now I realize I can't get over you.
Mr. Beverly had a vocal style that was buttery, velvet, and unforgettable. His on-stage attire, delivery, and physical presence were as casual as they were charismatic. May Frankie Beverly be forever remembered for the pleasure his music gave us and never left us feeling anything but joy and happiness.
What goes on in them construction camps?
Oh, well, Lone and Princess Running Mouth.
Lord, it took me back to something that I lost somehow, somewhere along the way. On the Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. Cause there's something about a Sunday that makes the body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying, half as lonesome as the sun.
People ask all the time, who the heck is low-cost airlines? Well, we're not just one airline. When you're talking to us, you're talking to everyone. We are the discount supermarket for all airline tickets. Plus, we have all the airlines and always have the best prices. American, Delta, United, plus all the specialized international airlines, and a lot more. And we make it easy. We guarantee you'll talk to a live human in 60 seconds. You can have the rates you need and have your trip booked in 5 minutes. Now, how cool is that? And remember, when you're talking to us, it's like talking to every single airline available with one fast phone call. All you need to do is call and find the best prices to fly wherever it is you want to go. So are you ready? Call Low Cost Airlines right now.
Call 855-756-4801. That's 855-756-4801. Again, 855-756-4801.
This is your weekly entertainment magazine with Greg Dunmore.
The now late, great Qunicy Jones, music icon, genius. He's smiling from heaven above, and who is also smiling is a man that knew him well, Ron Carter. Stay tuned as Mr. Ron Carter revisits moments that were very special to him regarding Qunicy Jones. So share some things that are coming from your heart and soul, because you worked for many, many years for the iconic Qunicy Jones, and some things that you think this audience needs to know that they will only know if they hear it from your mouth to their ears.
Yeah. The man that I know is a wonderful, wonderful man. I love him. You know, I wish that I could be around that man every day. Not because of who he is, because that's written in stone. That's going on in the history and the annals of this world. Not only this country, but this world. But I love being around him because he made me feel good. And he made me feel like I was doing something special, because he's always doing something special.
Now, when you say he was very giving, I can actually confirm that. I was over the late, great Lionel Hampton's home, and he needed $50,000 for a philanthropic situation. Right. He said, let me call Q. And he called him on the phone in his den. He said, I need $50,000. And Qunicy Jones told him, it will be FedEx to you. You'll get it tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, that's who he was, you know, because he's gone through hard times. You know, being stuck in Europe when he was a younger man with a band and don't know how to get them back to America. Had to come back to America, get a job at Mercury Records as a vice president of A&R so he can raise money, make money, and send for all those people that was left back there in Europe. That's Qunicy Jones, you know, the guy that says, okay, we're going to do something for this world. We're going to do a record called We Are the World, and I'm going to call all my friends, all my celebrity friends who are great singers, great individuals, and bring them in, and we're going to do a song, and the song is going to be a hit song, and they're going to donate the money to help this world, you know. That's the Qunicy Jones that I know.
And as I stand in front of the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History, I recall this being the very last place that poet great Nikki Giovanni performed in the city of Detroit. She has recently passed.
No, not today.
And poet supreme Nikki Giovanni, although gone, she shall never be forgotten.
And we here in Detroit are so important to that, because so many of you in Detroit came from actually Mississippi, and you came up. You have relatives in Mississippi, and you came up because those fools in Mississippi didn't know what to do.
And so they said, oh, let's go lynch a Negro today. Excuse me, but they do. And of course, they beat a boy to death named Emmett Till, who's Chicago and our neighbor here. And a woman from Montgomery, Alabama, said, I'm not going to move today. I'm tired of it. It's time that you stop. So we got rid of segregation, my generation. And I'm very proud of my generation.
Renowned poet, professor, and remarkable personality, Nikki Giovanni, has passed away, leaving behind an indelible legacy. With her unique voice and spirited tomboyish charm, Ms. Giovanni made an unforgettable impact. Her poetry sparkled with vibrancy, and her quick-witted responses were as thought-provoking as they were profound.
I was born in the Congo. I walked to the Fertile Crescent and built the Sphinx. I designed a pyramid so tough that a star that only glows every 100 years falls into the center, giving divine, perfect light. I am bad.
She was a master of words, using them to craft images that linger in the mind long after they were spoken or read. One of the most iconic moments was an extraordinary interview with none other than the legendary James Baldwin.
I think that the only thing that's changed in the last, since Martin Luther King, since 54, I think the only thing that's really changed is the black woman. And what she
No,
said
I don't think
is
she's changed. I think she's become more visible.
I think she's changed. Because there was a time, let's say my mother, my aunts and things like that, they would say, okay, if that's the way you establish your manhood, I'm going to go for it. And my generation says, hey, no good.
Okay.
You must
Okay.
establish
I'll
a
agree
new
with-
base.
I'll agree with that.
And we are, as a group,
I'll agree.
demanding that a new base be established.
Yeah, but be careful as a woman and what you demand of a man.
I demand that he be a man.
Yeah, but you can't
because
say, you,
the
but you can't-
provision part.
Yeah, but you can't say you demand it. You have to suggest it.
Well, that's your ego that says that. No, I demand it. Now you deal with that.
All right. Okay.
I demand.
I'll even
I
go with that.
demand that you be a man, and I don't think that that's asking too much. Because if I wanted a provision, instead I would get a camper. You know what I mean? I would get a camper that provides things. You know what I mean? You get an army surplus kit that provides things. I need a man. And black men have always been offered to provisions. People are either going to eat or starve to death.
It was a meeting of two towering intellects, exchanging ideas with unmatched wit, mutual admiration, and profound love. While Nikki Giovanni's physical presence will be deeply missed, her fearless, brilliant contributions to literature and culture and poetry will continue to inspire generations to come.
I mean, I can fly like a bird in the sky.
Thank you for joining us on this spiritual edition of Speak with Greg Dunmore, and do know that memories are priceless, they inspire, and we hope that your 2025 is going to be the most dynamic year of all the years that have made a difference in your lives.
PulseBeat.